Coming from the Bavata National Park, I planned to drop in at the Etosha National Park. The route took me via Rundu and Tsumeb, an old mining town. From Tsumeb, I carried on to the campsite on Guma, which is only a stone throw away from the von Lindqvist gate of the national park. The size of the Etosha National Park is approximately 2.2 million hectares. Only the southeastern rim of the pen is usable by tourists, which limits the game viewing options. After substantial rainfalls, the main pen as well as adjacent smaller pens are filled with water, which attracts a large number of water birds. At other times, the national park is dry. At the artificial waterholes, the game concentrates. Due to the limited time of 3 days available, I limited myself to the area around Namotoni, an old German fort. Etosha National Park, day number 1. It's the second half of August. This means winter camping. This morning, temperature 8 degrees. Expected during the day 28 degrees. This is a unique span. I had promised not to return to Etosha National Park because of all these tour operators to be expected outside the COVID period. This is correct if one considers traveling from the coast to here over 2.5 days. It's not worthwhile. But having come from the north and passing Etosha National Park within 150 kilometers, it's worthwhile a detour and worthwhile to spend 3 days here. So let's see what's coming in front of the video camera. Namotoni was destroyed by the Ovambos. It was restored in the 1950s by German farmers of the area. However, it was increased in size compared to the original. These red-billed quellias are forming at times swarms of several thousand birds. A good opportunity to see spotted hyenas is early in the morning. They are night active and spend most of the day sleeping under bushes or in their den. An oryx antelope. The Latin name is Oryx gazella, which seems to indicate that it is regarded to be a gazelle. It represents the ultimate of a desert animal. They can survive without water for a week. Their breathing is designed in a way of not exhaling moisture. A large number of blood vessels in the especially colored nose are cooling the blood. Oryx can tolerate body temperatures of up to 40 degrees Celsius. A blue wildebeest. A pale chanting goshawk, it is widely distributed throughout the Kalahari. When zebras come to the water, they tend to come in large groups. A black-faced impala, a minor color variation to the ordinary impala. One can see clearly the black face markings on nose and eyes. Eland bulls' characteristic is the large dewlap, a skin fold under the neck. They are the largest antelope in Africa. When still young, the hair on the body is brown-beige. When growing older, the beige hair makes room for the darker skin underneath. The color is then closer to a metallic blue, hence the name blue bull. The springbok, named after the jumps, mainly performed by young buck, vertically up into the air with stretched legs and an arched back. One can see here that the ram's horn are thicker than those of the ewe. The Latin name of the springbok is Antidorcas marsupialis. The marsupial is an animal with a pouch, such as the kangaroo. The springbok has got on its back a skin fold which hides a bunch of white long hair. Young buck sometimes open this fold when jumping of excitement. Always interesting to watch is the complicated maneuver a giraffe has to perform getting its head to the water. Thirsty elephants tend to accelerate their otherwise slow gait when approaching water, so much though that young ones have difficulties to keep up. This young one isn't in a hurry. Perhaps it still drinks from his mother. peaceful side by side of animals at the waterhole. Even ostriches are drinking water when it is on offer. Otherwise, they can survive almost without water. Giraffes are just very elegant animals. The specialization of feeding from tall trees or large bushes has led to them being evolved to such length, the tallest land animal on Earth. In between, I race from waterhole to waterhole. The Namara dik-dik, the smallest antelope of Namibia, perhaps of all southern Africa. It is a browser and its mouth is formed accordingly. The upper lip protrudes over the lower one, similar to a hook-lipped rhino, which enables it to pick leaves from the bushes. As long as these giants are at the waterhole, there is no room for other animals. Zebras, oryx and giraffe have to wait for their turn at a distance. Occasionally there is a skirmish among bulls, but here size really matters. It doesn't help to show one's penis to impress the opponent. The Kori bustard is the heaviest flying bird on Earth. But next to these giant elephants, it appears like a small chick. The motto remains, wait patiently. And off we go to the next waterhole. The show is over and we have to follow the mummy. The herd is led by a cow, meaning that we are dealing here with a matriarch society. An old, experienced cow is leading the herd. And, unbelievable, after a nice bath, we are making ourselves dirty again by throwing dust over us. Yay, 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 yay. And I tried to avoid the dust in the car like a plague. But here, the dust party is on. The little one is actively involved and rolls in the dust. maybe his trunk hasn't got the suction force yet to suck up the dust and then blow it out again. A typical behavior of an elephant herd: out of the water and then into the dust bath, thereby ensuring that we keep the parasites under control. Here we are watching a real dust explosion. The group has split up so that the other dust devils also have a chance. One can hardly see the elephants. Here we have the world champion of dust throwers. One can nicely see that the breasts of the cow are located between the front legs and not between the hind legs like with most other animals. Somewhat surprising that the elephants can still see anything considering all the dust. Wow, that is a major thrower. Well done. Loose the ground with the toes. Rake it all together in one spot. Dig a hole for it. And then we have more dust to throw around. One group has enough of the dust game and decides to go for another drink and also flush out the dust from the trunk. With such a lot of dust in my throat, I also would like to drink again. I wonder what the elephant mummy told this little one, in elephant language, to not again roll in the water and wash off all the dust. Now all the dust throwers are gathered again and lining up at the bar for a drink. At last, the leading cow must have given the signal to move again, all of them now following that command. Amazing. Unbelievable luck. I was about to call it a day and return to the campsite when this hook-lipped rhino suddenly appeared. One can clearly see the pointed mouth and the protruding upper lip, which is reason for the name hook-lipped rhino. It is a browser, meaning leaf eater. With especially formed lips, it is equipped to strip leaves off the bushes. It is difficult to comprehend that such magnificent animals are just killed or almost wiped out for their horns. This is caused by a never-ending demand from some Asian countries. Also in some Arabian countries, the rhino horn is a sought-after prestigious item for a heft of the dagger.